Hello, folks. I've got some Ringo Starr news for you, and I'm very excited about it myself. And it's really good news, actually. But at the same time, I'm wondering how some of you are going to take this news. I don't think some of you are going to be too thrilled when I tell you all about it, based on past talk that we've had of this topic. Okay, we were wondering if this situation would occur, and it has. Okay, I'll tell you first. Ringo is preparing for another tour. This is not the news, by the way, but to start with, Ringo's preparing for a tour. He's going to be touring in the fall, spring up to the fall, and I think he's going to finish around October, possibly, if I got that right. But the news is that he's got three more releases, EPs they are. That's extended plays, okay? Extended play CDs and records. Ringo's been doing this now for a few years now. He's been putting out all his stuff. Instead of doing a full album's worth of music, he puts an EP out here, an EP out there. So they have like maybe 4 songs roughly. That's what an EP is. It's an extended play. And it's always great to have Ringo music. I mean, the man is going to be 83 years old. Wow. This July. He's almost 83. He had COVID twice last year. He tours endlessly. He's always active. He's recording. And I'm glad he's really into it and he's really keeping himself busy. But the thing is, people have said in the past that they don't know why Ringo makes all these smaller EP records, which only have like a few tracks on them, rather than just waiting and putting all his songs together on one full album that has 12 songs or more on it. Why doesn't he do that, And it hasn't really been an issue up to now because I think he's only been doing one a year, or I think there was one year where he did one at the beginning and one at the end. This time, never mind the peace and love sign, this time you're going to do this. 3 he's got. And some of it is interesting, though, the material that he has here. Okay. Ringo told the news, this was just I think now really, a virtual press conference from Los Angeles. He told everybody where he and his all-star band are preparing for their 2023 touring schedule. This comes from Ultimate Classic Rock, by the way. This news, I want to give credit where I'm getting it from. All right, and he says, I finished one EP just before I started rehearsing. And he says that, and then that release will be followed by a collaborative EP with Linda Perry. And Linda Perry is formerly from the Four Non Blondes, and she contributed good songs, I thought, to the 2 EPs, Change the World that Ringo had, and EP3 in 2021, the 2 of them. And so I like what she's been doing with Ringo, but that's 2 EPs right there. One EP that's already done, and then another EP that's going to be followed with a collaboration with Linda Perry. And Ringo says, we got to know each other and I love her. She's just great, Ringo says. She said, oh, Ringo, let me do it. To which Starr replied, okay, do what you do. He says, the only thing I'll be doing on that EP is playing drums and singing. But what's exciting is there's going to be a country EP. Now, this is, to me, the big news. Everybody's been saying for many years now, Ringo, why don't you do a country album? You do country so well, even from the early days of the Beatles with Act Naturally and things like that. Why don't you make a country album? And he's had country tracks here and there, but never a whole album. Well, this is not going to be a whole album, but one of the EPs is going to have a country theme. So it says here that after the All Stars finish tour in mid-October, Ringo is going to be working with T-Bone Burnett. And Ringo Starr explained, I said if he's got any time and wants to do it, well, he did want to do it, and he sent me, I promise you, one of the most beautiful country songs I've heard in a long time, Ringo says. It's a very old school country. It's beautiful. So I thought, hey, I'm going to make a country EP. All right, so that's the gist of it here. 3 EPs in 2023. If Ringo just waited, a lot of people are going to say this is where the controversy comes in. If Ringo had just waited to the end of the year, he could just put one album out of all these. What this means is there are 3 EPs for people to buy, usually at the price of a regular album, I think. And some people are saying this makes 3 paydays for Ringo. And therein lies the controversy. People said, no way, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to buy one album like 3 installments, pay the full price each time. It is what it is, folks. I got to tell you, I wonder myself, I wonder why Ringo just doesn't go ahead and put out one full album with 12 to 15 songs or whatever he's got, 13, 14 songs. But I'm happy that Ringo's still working and that he's given us so much music and he's keeping himself active and vibrant and vital. I love it. And I'll take these EPs any way Ringo wants to offer them. What other choice do I have? Not to buy? I collect Ringo. I love Ringo. I love all 4 Beatles. I'm going to be getting these new music releases from Ringo. I'm not going to be without them on physical media. So that's the news, folks. And what do you think about this? I know some of you are going to get a sour taste in your mouth from this, and maybe a sour stomach too. I think it's great news, but I understand your trepidations. Let's put it that way. Talk soon.